Hello everyone and welcome back to Crypto Atlas. Unless you guys are new to the channel, it's very nice to meet you guys. From my name, you probably guessed it. I mainly focus on cryptocurrencies. However, I'm getting a lot more involved in the stock market, especially with things like AMC, GME. Been looking at stuff with Rocket. A lot of the technical analysis indicators that you use are actually the same with this stuff. And the community is actually really cool and very supportive in the stock space. So I'm excited to be doing more videos also on that. So if you guys want to check out my crypto videos, feel free to subscribe. If you want the stock stuff, guess what? That's what we're doing right now, baby. Okay, so in this video, we're talking about AMC and GME and what we could be looking at happening next with this. I'll be taking a look at the charts here in just a little bit, but just real quick, guys, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. Hit the thumbs up like button. Let's try and get this video to at least 100 likes. Every like is helpful. It helps in the search algorithm. More people can find these videos. We can grow this community. It lets me know that you like this, that you appreciate it. It means a lot, guys. And also click the bell icon so you know whenever we have a new video. Okay? All right. So a couple key things we're going to take a look at with AMC, GME, all that good stuff first. So GME, this is a post over on the Wall Street Bet side. Quick disclaimer, guys, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm sharing you guys what the community's been talking about. I do my own technical analysis as well, but I'm not a financial advisor. Okay, so this was posted today, and it's titled GME Possibility of Gamma Squeeze. I thought I already liked this. Just went through the roof. As promised in the discussion thread, I would post some updated info on what Friday could bring in terms of ITM options. This is posted by Yodisk, just so you guys know. Too long didn't read. The number of possible contracts in the money could be double last week's expiry. Over 4 million shares could be called on for these exercise options, only adding to the ever-increasing snowball. Here's what I did. Pulled the option chain data into Excel, ran some numbers on open interest, and found some crazy info. What is a gamma squeeze? For those who don't know what a gamma squeeze is, but have heard it thrown around, let me give a brief ELI5, okay? Gamma squeezes revolve around options. I won't go into too much detail here on what those are, but basically you purchase a contract which gives you the option to buy the stock at a set price on a future date regardless of what the stock's current price is. Contracts are typically in lots of 100 shares per. Option contracts are not usually sold by individuals but rather market makers, biggest of whom being auction houses out of Chicago. They have a complex price model which values contracts at set prices for said contract based on probability of them becoming ITM or in the money, of course. The higher the stock price for the contract, the lower the cost because the odds of that happening is low. These market makers thought these market makers thought GameStop was garbage and sold way more contracts than they could feasibly handle. Because what are the odds GameStop at $15 goes to $150? Market makers selling these contracts need to buy shares to hedge, which of course will cause that price to rise more and more. Now that GameStop is at $130, today was a great day. GameStop closed up $8.17 or 6.58%. Maybe not the crazy gains some hoped for, but on a down market day is pretty incredible, which I agree. Now, a rise in only $8 may not seem like it has much of an impact on gamma squeeze potential, but just wait. I feel like I'm going to sneeze, but I'm not sneezing. Oh, hate this feeling. All right. So GameStop options expiry. This is March 5th, 2021, this Friday. That's going to be tomorrow, guys. GameStop at $100 last Friday close options expiry. At this level going into Friday, we could expect 22,427 in open interest in the money GameStop contracts this week. That sure is a lot of possible stocks that need to be purchased if those contracts are exercised. About 2,242,700 to be exact, or about 4.97% of the total float. Crazy. GameStop at $130, we can expect 35,989 contracts to be ITM if tomorrow closes above $130. A solid 13,562 more contracts than at the $100 level. This guy really broke down the data very well. Very respect. very respect. A lot of respect for this guy. I still feel like I'm going to sneeze and it's kind of messing up a little bit of my mental state. Good thing that I'm reading right now. This equates to 3,598,900 shares, or 7.97% of total float. Now we're getting nutty. What about GameStop at $150? Closing Friday above this level brings thousands more contracts in the money. In fact, closing above this price means there would be 46,397 contracts in the money. This means that a whopping 4,639,700 shares, or 10.27% of total float, more than double at the 100 price point. What does this mean? Well, not every contract will be exercised, even in the money. These market makers have also likely been finding shares to hedge for some time now as well, but it's entirely impossible to ignore that if every contract were to be exercised, 10% of all the shares in circulation would be needed, and if anyone knows anything about supply and demand, it means more contracts will come in the money next week, and then more again the week after, and so on. With the steady price rise we've been seeing, it could be these market makers are slowly buying up shares to hedge. Could is operative, and this is entirely speculation. What we do know is that massive amounts of money have been changing hands over the past week in GameStop. There's been crazy volumes at times, particularly today, the day before contract expiry. Anyhow, I'll put away my tinfoil hat. What we could be witnessing is the beginning of the beginning, the first dominoes. Does this information guarantee the stock takes off to the moon and beyond? No, not really, but it sure does increase the odds of that happening. We probably cannot even fathom how these market behemoths are willing to protect themselves. We all saw what happened with Robinhood and what's crazy is it's possible the tip of the iceberg for actions they took. It's just the action that we were able to see, right? So in summary of what he said, since last Friday, February 26, 2021, last options expiry, the number of contracts possibly in the money has doubled. I repeat, doubles. If tomorrow closes above $150 and every contract is exercised, 10% of total float will be called on. Even if nothing happens tomorrow and we close at $130, there is still 50% more contracts in the money than last week. All this continues to build that snowball that started to get mighty big. Doubled. And he says mic drop. I would, drop my cup here, but then I would get soda all over my lap. I need a little bit of sugar, caffeine in my body. Been doing my brain stuff all day today. Ape needs sugar too, right? All right, so that's what's been posted over on the GameStop side, and I think that's absolutely a wonderful article, and I wanted to share with you guys the research of what he's done. Obviously, this is a community-based thing. I have my own point of views, which I will be sharing here in just a little bit with this too, but I want you guys to be aware of all of these different things going on, okay? So I'm trying to move through this as quickly as I can. And AMC is going to be opening up a ton of theaters, guys. AMC to open 35 more movie theaters across Illinois Friday. This was shared over on the subreddit Wall Street Bets. In addition to that, we've also got things like over in San Francisco, right? So in San Francisco, they've confirmed in a statement it would resume operations at 5 AMC locations in San Francisco and Santa Clara counties beginning March 5th. Then in addition to that, we've also got AMC Theater in Vestal to be open. That's going to be opened up on March 5th, which is tomorrow. Then we've got, that was weird, brand new movie theater set to open in Denver. This is looking like it's also opening up tomorrow on Friday. So things are lining up pretty dang well. Look at this. More movie theaters on Friday. Denver's East Side is getting a new movie theater this weekend. This thing, I mean, it's just one after another, after another, after another, right? The analysts are estimating the AMC Entertainment is going to report a decline in earnings. What to look out for. Okay, that's the title of the Yahoo Finance. I mean, guys, the movie theaters are closed the fourth quarter. It's not going to be that big of a surprise for anybody that their earnings aren't. We're just now starting to open up stuff, right? So if anything, we should really start to see a price or a revenue increase going on after the second quarter report of 2021, if anything, right? So don't really look into this that much as far as the influence goes for the price. And anyone that does let this dramatically affect the price for them, I mean, they're kind of delusional and forget about the fact that we've been going through a pandemic with everything, right? All right, now next thing that I want to show with you guys, and then we're going to dive into the charts here. And I'm trying to keep this a little bit more short for you guys. So this is my video that I did as of yesterday. And guys, I do want to thank you all for those of you who did hit the like button and showed your support with this on the channel here. I don't get much in the engagement. I know I talk about it, but please guys, if you do watch these videos, please take the time to actually hit the thumbs up like button. And so as of yesterday on our call outs with this stuff, one of the things that we took a look at was the short interest of what's going on with AMC and also for GME. So this is my previous video. And for AMC, the short shares available at the time were 150,000. I'm going to go and refresh my page here just to double check. And it's actually a good thing that I just did that, right? This was updated 6 minutes ago. I'm glad that I did that. So now you guys can see short shares availability for AMC. And you guys can confirm that it's AMC located right here. So this is 300,000 short shares availability. The short borrow fee rate percentage is 10.36, okay? Now, as of previous, this was 150,000 for yesterday, and then 10.36. This is also an update for that as well, right? So this is, you guys can see the timestamp for the previous date as well. I did in that video comparison to the day before that as well. So 8.95 yesterday, 10.36. That's for the AMC side. And if we go take a look at what's going on with the GME, let's see, Gamestop. Okay, so the Gamestop one. Make sure that we got the right one going on here. 200,000. Where'd it go? Yeah, okay. So 200,000. This is for GameStop. Again, you guys can see the date on there. So we're going to go ahead and swap over to GameStop GME. Looking at GameStop's side. Scroll on down here. 750,000. Wow! Holy cow, dudes! Look at that. That's almost. That's over 3 times, almost 4 times of a difference between the short shares availability from yesterday and to today. So 750,000 there, and then the short borrow fee rate is 1.84 from yesterday. It's 1.89 as of now, so just slightly more on the short borrow fee rate. Okay, so now let's go ahead and go take a look at what's going on in the charts here. So as you guys can see, I've got a descending triangle based pattern formation here. I also like to use the Fibonacci sequence. That's my pride and joy. I love that. There's tons of different TAs. I will sometimes use other TAs as well, but this one has been very reliable for me. Now, taking a look at something like this, we actually have the potential to break up above. Now, statistically speaking, there's a little bit more of a lean towards a bearish trend with a descending triangle pattern than there is for an uptrend. But the good news is that we're much closer to that level of resistance on the top side than we are on the level of support on the bottom. We did show some support here on the 21 EMA, which is something that I had talked about in my previous videos. The 21 EMA is also one of my pride and joys of references for these things. And you guys can see that it came right down and essentially bounced right off of that. So that showed a strong level of support. In the post market right now, we're actually at $7.82 for AMC. It closed down on the daily candle at 803. There was a lot of stuff going on with Jerome Powell talking about like the yield rates and all this other crap, and just wasn't a great day for the stock market in general, right? A lot of things really got pummeled down today, and AMC is one of those that we saw. GameStop was able to hold itself just a little bit, but it probably could have done a lot better if it was given different circumstances. With this circumstance right now, what we need is on the new daily candle position when that opens up in the pre-market, we need to get above $8.23. That's a level of resistance. Managing to break above that, we're going to have to keep shifting this because we're not actually breaking out of this level of resistance. So if we can break out of that, then I would say we got a big run that could move all the way up to $23.76, and a higher level above that is going to be right around the $32 range, right? So the big money maker, I would say for right now, we're trying to push for $32. And the more short term, even though I know I just said like right now, we got to pass above some key levels. So these levels are going to be $8.93 on the Fibonacci. Another one at $9.40 as we saw some resistance take place there. Then we have $11.12, and the next major zone after that is going to be $13.31. If this decides it wants to go further down, once again, we're going to look at that 21-day moving average and the 21 EMA, sorry, and that's going to be at $7.42. Further level drop down below that on this lower level of the Fibonacci is going to be at $6.25. If it was a significant drop, not only would we be in the red zone, but we'd be basically going back to the baseline zone here, and that would put it all the way down back to $5.38. If we're having a hard hit in the stock market that continues on like what we're doing, we might see these kinds of levels again, guys. And I know that's not what you want to hear, but I'm trying to be totally transparent and honest with you. The volume has been very lackluster and low. So the good news is, even with like the kind of bad news that we had today in the stock market, this didn't really have much of an impact on people flooding in. People are holding on. Apes they got those diamond hands going on, right? RSI is kind of median zone, so we still got plenty of room for the upside swing. I'm still overall bullish on this, and I'm looking at that from a strict technical side. Emotional side, I'm also bullish. So on both perspective views, I am looking at this pretty darn good. Now let's go and take a look at what's going on with GameStop. GameStop is a pretty close reflection of everything that's been happening. Now, it already did break up yesterday above this level of resistance. That's one of the key differences that we have compared to, say, AMC. And on this swing up right now, you guys can see it's starting to rally itself up a bit. I would say that we still have that next major zone we need to get to, which is going to be at $193.86. In that article that was mentioned earlier, they were saying $150 as part of those options that were being set up leading in for next week, right? So we're looking at like 150. We got pretty close to it off of this top of the wick from yesterday's candle position. So $150 first for a daily candle close would be great. Overall, though, if we can just keep the rally going, obviously that's going to be good. So we got $193.31, $200 from a psychological standpoint. Then we have $248 on the Fibonacci. The next major level zone for the Fibonacci is going to be at $303.25, then $383. And then, of course, we got to break the all-time high at $482.80 as we go towards the $500 zone. If this decides that it wants to pull back, as of right now, we are down a little bit in the post market, about $4 or so here at $128.41. We do have support being established at $125. A further level down below that is going to pull us down quite considerably. The 21 EMA is actually going to cross over more than likely right about here, roughly around $94, $95. Then we have another level of support, $86.68. And then a significant drop would pull us all the way down here to $36.91. I don't see that happening. We got two different reference points that are showing pretty strong of a basis here, but always be cautious with these things, guys. And same thing, volume's not really that high. I have a feeling Friday is going to be something special, and whatever direction that it moves, I have a feeling that we're going to see an increase in volume for sure. Not for sure, but I have a feeling, right? Okay, so that's going to go and do it for this episode. Once again, guys, if you're new to the channel, do not forget to hit subscribe. Hit the thumbs up like button as well. Let's try and get this video to at least 100 likes. Click on the bell icon so you guys know whenever we have a new video. You guys are so cool and awesome. I love you, dudes. Thank you so much for all the support you guys have been doing. I got some referral links in the description if you guys want to use any of those. Coinbase, if you want to do crypto. You got also BlockFi if you want to stake your interest rates over there and get some off of that for the crypto. Webull, Robinhood, but I recommend Webull more, what's been going on, but hey, it's free stocks. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Leave me your comments down below, and I will see you in the next episode.